Squay, y'all. Oh, no, I timed it wrong. Oh, well, this will be slightly off, but whatever. You can't see my face. Anyways, it's Sky. As you can see, this is me working on one of the BRASH knuckles. Now, this is the Monster Clay Soft poured back into the silicone mold. And so what happened was, the first one that I molded was in Monster Clay. We did it with, I think we powdered it. I have a video, so that way I can remember these things. And I also need to start writing it down. Science, you need to have controls for science. Because memory is shit. But anyways. Sorry, y'all. So basically, I really like the texture that ended up happening. And that's why I have to find out what I did. So that way, as these different ways that, like, the mold decides to do itself pop up, I can kind of track it more. But so as you can see, I poured the Monster Clay, I melted it, I poured it back into the mold, I let it sit overnight. People that are on Paqtsem and or Patreon have seen that. They have been kept up to date on this. You guys will sometimes see it on here, but a lot of time you won't. It is what it is. And that might not be the case. That might change and I might post more of it. Who knows? I don't know what life is going to do. I just follow it. And so I followed it with this. Every single one of those little imperfections. Oh yeah, that's me putting it on Patreon. And there's only 6 people right now on it. So where are the rest, y'all? I know you're going to show up. I have patience. Right now, I'm spending all that patience and time working on this beautiful, beautiful piece. Like, I love everything about it. I can't wait to start working on also the coquette head that I did in resin. But I'm waiting till they're done working on our roof here. So that way I can, you know, go outside with the resin and actually be properly ventilated. But so what I'm doing is I'm going back in and I took some of my tools to just really start indenting the clay more. And so this is fresh out of the fridge. This has not been sitting on my desk, because that's something that people that don't work with Monster Clay don't know is, or, you know, don't think about is it's a wax. So like it is, this is the soft, so it's extremely soft to the touch. So I put it into the fridge in between uses, which means, you know, part of our fridge now is dedicated to that, so the food gets a little bit crowded, but it is what it is. I'm trying to not take over the fridge with the Monster Clay projects. But that's the thing that I'm really happy with, is because of that minimal amount of space I can keep it in, how much my hands like this stuff, and how fucking determined I am now. I am finishing these things up. So this casting that I'm doing here is just me deepening the lines, adding any more detail that I want to add, and then that's going to get the final cast. And from there, these babies are going to start going wherever they want to. They're going to turn into the silicone knuckle dusters that we want to be doing. They're going to be for little and caregiver pacifiers. They're going to be for slappers, for like if you're into just, you know, fun sensation play or kinky shit. They're going to be for stimming. They're going to be for people like me that like punching things but can't ruin their goddamn knuckles anymore. They're going to be for a bunch of stuff. They're going to be for art. All over the place. You think I won't paint these differently? Like, they're going to be whatever they want to be. Because what I'm going to be doing is, once I have this down, to further make them just really customizable beyond this, and however I paint them, there's going to be a little tab in the back that will attach them to if you want to wear them on, like, rings, like silicone rings. And then attach the top of that. If you wanted to, you could pull out little plugs on them and then be able to attach things on top of it so they're stackable. Yeah, it sounds crazy, I know, and I'm sure you guys can't even like really process what I'm saying, but that's fine. This is my little rant about my fun project. So besides working on these, and so far these are called the HunniBunni's, they are BRASH knuckles. I did a family video for my family. I have to send that out tomorrow. I've been behind on that, but you know what? Life does things when it says it should do them. I have been finishing up my taxes. I got blown away by Doja Cat's whole, like, really going in there with the Rugrats look. Oh my fucking god, it looks so good. So I drew that. I worked on that sketch, and some of it went up onto Instagram. Beyond that point, me editing it up more, it's definitely going to be on Patreon until it's done, and I plan to finish that one because it's a thank you. And I really need to do ones for, like, absolutely for FKA Twigs. For Mickey Blanco, for Leaf, for Kid Cudi, there's Melanie Martinez, there's a whole bunch of fucking people. There's a lot of fucking people I need to eventually do artwork of. But that'll happen when it happens. There's no rush. I got sent a, if you're on Paqtsem, you've probably, I think that's where I already talked about it. I got sent an email from an open mic night. Literally from, I think, the people that run it, possibly. I have to double check, but I didn't know who this person was, and they sent me a thing being like, we have an open mic night. Here you go. And I am going to be responding tomorrow being like, thank you, and finding out more info so I can go do the thing. And so I can spread the info around. Because, you know, the more the fucking merrier, right? Yeah, and so, like, I sped this up to 200%. I kind of almost didn't want to, but it was like a good 15 minutes or so. So that this just shows you, though, like, it's a slow process. But I'm liking that. I'm liking that I can't rush this. But do you see, because of the texture that the cast did on its own, and that's why I have to go back and, like, really look at what I did, it made it look spongy, the lips. And it made the teeth look just like... Oh, the whole thing's awesome. It's just so gnarly looking. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm going to be deepening a lot of those lines on the lips too, so it'll pop more. Yeah, but anyways, so... Yeah, well then, y'all. Thank you for being here. If you like what you see, then tap that like button. If you like it a lot, you can slap that subscribe button. You can slap it anyways. And then you can pass me around. Because I like being shared. I will see y'all the next time. Who knows what we'll be bringing. Be the best monster you can be.